Welcome to SportsMatters TV, bringing you exclusive interviews, live shows, breaking news, and exclusive podcasts. Check out our website, www.sportsmatters.tv, or call into our office today, SportsMatters TV and Media on McCurtain Street, Cork City. Check out our sponsors, the Maco Casino Cork, and iFix Computer and Phone Sales and Repairs in Blarney. Proudly filmed by Deep Red Productions, SportsMatters TV, bringing the sports home. Okay guys, welcome to SportsMatters TV. We're back in Dublin. It's been over 2 years since we last spoke to this man on camera. Now, we can honestly say a lot's happened since then. OTT has gone from strength to strength. It's brought some of the biggest wrestlers to Ireland over the last 2 years or so, and it gets bigger and bigger. 2 massive shows, well 3 including Belfast, coming up over the next few months. You're always a busy man and you always look calm when I see you at the shows, but how do you manage to, book so many great wrestlers, stay calm, run a show, and just look cool as a breeze? How does that happen?
I don't know, but the cool part, I suppose it's just about time management. I have it down, but it's just me overseeing everything, the logistics, writing the show, but I'm happy that I can make it a full-time job. So when you wake up every day, you get your coffee, and then you make your list as to what needs to be done today. But yeah, it's just about trying to stay on top of everything.
Well, I always see at the shows, even as a fan, I've been to a lot of the shows recently, and you always look cool as a breeze. You always have time to say hello to us, and it's I don't know how you do it, but it's incredible. Now, we spoke over 2 years ago, and I've always been a fan of yours from the AWR days, and as a wrestler, but you've brought some incredible wrestlers, and we've seen our local stars go from strength to strength, like Jordan Devlin, Raven Creed's a local Cork girl, Real Valkyrie, Katey Harvey. There's so many to name, but you've obviously enjoyed the last 2 years, and it's great to see it grow and grow, and shows constantly selling out. It's a dream come true for, I suppose, an organiser, promoter, and the founder of OTT.
Yeah, I suppose the goal of it always was to have a place where Irish wrestling fans can see great wrestling, but the other side of it was to kind of showcase Irish talent. So that's been a big thing, like taking Raven Creed and getting promos and stuff like that, and kind of working with young talent like that is just so exciting. So and seeing those grow as well. I remember when Jordan Devlin was probably about 2 years ago, but he was talking about he taking some time off. I think he had some kind of a surgery, and talking to Jordan, it's like, okay, well, what's the game plan here? And again, seeing someone like Jordan, just kind of seeing his career just go from here to kind of has been amazing as well, and it's good for Irish wrestling as well.
Definitely, we needed that as well. And when I look at all the shows we've been to, you've had over the last 2 years and longer, we've seen Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, Cody Rhodes. Obviously, it's a pleasure having these guys on the cards and coming to Ireland, but what's it like to deal with them? And obviously the bookings, it must be one of them things when the email comes through, look, we're good to maybe do a show like that. It must be great.
Yeah, it's funny because I used to have another wrestling company called AWR, which was kind of more focused on the former WWE guys. Yeah. Whereas this OTT kind of project is more focused on the high level indie guys. Yeah. But definitely the AWR guys was just a whole new bag. It was madness. It was, can't really get into it. The indie guys today are a lot more they genuinely do. They come up and they're happy playing video games. There's no big party guys anymore or anything like that. So I can sit here all day and talk about the AWR days and go, and then this happened, and then this guy walked off, and then great. There's just no drama with the current indie guys. Everyone's just professional, and everyone just kind of wants to help wrestling move forward.
I always remember Bret Hart coming. I'll always be grateful for that. You brought Bret to our lovely country. But you've got some big shows coming up, and we're seeing all the teasers. We're all anticipating the announcements at the big shows. Now we've got Walter coming quite soon, and a possible opponent for him, of course, Devlin. He's obviously in the mix to challenge. Homecoming's quite soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And tickets, obviously, they're all.
There was an amazing response. It's the first time I've ever done the National Basketball Arena in Tallaght. It's quite a big arena, but it's also the debut of PAC in OTT. Walter, we have a great story as well. But Walter being the dominant champion that just came out of nowhere. And then you have like, you know, the Irish hero, the Irish ace, Jordan Devlin, working to try and, you know, take the match back, or to take the OTC title back. But you know, first he has to get through David Starr, which is February 17th.
Massive match.
And if he can do it, well then, you know, it will lead to St. Patrick's weekend, March 16th, Scrappermania, where you could, you know, if you can get past David Starr, you could have Jordan Devlin challenging Walter for the championship on St. Patrick's weekend, which would be magic if all the dots connect. Yeah.
And the poster, I'm loving the poster for Scrappermania because it's flashing. David Starr, Jordan Devlin. So we're all thinking, we're all debating, we're all praying that Jordan can come through. It's a fantastic card in general. Scrappermania has always been incredible over the years, but Homecoming just as big. We're seeing Raven Creed, OTT champion, Surreal, a Cork lady. And like she's got a lot of people on her back, you know. You've got Valkyrie, she's incredible. I always said, you know, these girls will go fair. You know, it's the female roster's hot up. It's huge.
Yeah, it is. It's been it took a while to get, you know, the kind of the female, but there's also some great female talents here in Ireland. I mean, you look at Martina, who's flying the flag. Her schedule is just incredible. I mean, she's. You know, Tokyo, New York, LA, you know, I think, you know, there's, I can't say just in case she hasn't announced it, but like more big shows overseas, you know, for Martina. And then you look at Raven Creed, who just has some kind of like that natural talent that you kind of see once every so often come to light. It doesn't come along so often, but you can just see she has just natural talents that click into place, you know.
She's got that saucy look, alright, Raven. And like Valkyrie in general, like I always say, like, she's got that look about her as well, where she will definitely go, you know, all the way to perhaps an OTT Women's Championship.
And she's so young as well, you know. I mean, she's so many years ahead of her as well, you know.
It's great times. Now, speaking of yourself, and we're going to go into the wrestling school as well, because, you know, we've got a great wrestling school opening up, but we've seen you wrestle recently, last year, in Cork.
Oh, yeah.
We won't go into detail, but you look fantastic. You're still at it. Are we going to see you perhaps, because I know you're busy, but could you maybe wrestle again this year?
I don't know. It's quite hard trying to juggle the logistics of doing a show and then try and wrestle on it. So like it's okay for me to, you know, go into Phoenix and do a match, Phoenix Wrestling, do a match there, because I'm not the one worrying about, you know, the door. I'm not worrying about worrying about the production. I'm not the one having to worry about how to get Johnny X to the hotel later. So it's fine in that aspect, but the reason why I stepped away was it wasn't fair on my opponents, who were showing up and going, okay, can we sit down and make a plan? And I'm like, no, I can't. So I decided to walk away. I don't know, OTT, like just the logistics, the day-to-day running of OTT has me swamped, so I don't feel I can hang with young guys like Morton Pipe, and, you know, then you see like the top guy like a Jordan Devlin and all that. It's like, you know, like to be on that level, you kind of need to be, that needs to be your focus, and it's not my focus anymore, you know what I mean? My focus now is working on OTT, it's working to, you know, to put Irish wrestling out there, it's working to bring talents to Ireland for Irish fans, and it's not anymore focused about me getting up every morning and you know, planning to have 5 meals I can carry around and get to the gym, make sure my cardio is there. You know, it's not, I can't juggle anymore. So I don't want to be that guy that goes out there and has that match that was like, you know, to me it'd be all or nothing. So I'm quite happy, but to be honest, like I am quite happy being in the position I am. I always say as well, like I could be up every morning digging a hole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. And a brand new wrestling school coming to our beautiful country. We're seeing a lot of the coaches, the teachers, obviously you're involved. It's going to be great, and it's going to breed some new talent perhaps. Yeah,
I mean, I think, like when I was breaking in, I was always told a wrestling school can only really teach you the fundamentals. It can teach you how to take the falls, how to hit the ropes. But I think like wrestling schools have kind of stayed a bit, you know, in Europe in general, a bit, they've stayed stuck behind the times, you know. Wrestling these days it's about developing characters. It's about, you know, being comfortable in front of a camera. So this new school is kind of like more focused on that, you know. It'll be looking to take guys who have the basics down and kind of polish them, work on their promos, which is so important these days. So we built a promo room, and you know, just working on polishing performers. You know what I mean? That's kind of what the focus will be.
We can't wait. We're going to definitely call up at some stage, and I just have to say before we go, are you going to watch the Royal Rumble tonight? And can we get a prediction on the women's and the men's winners?
Oh, you put me on the spot here. I will watch the Royal Rumble, but I'd probably keep my...
It's really tricky because obviously Finn's going to fight Brock tonight, and I'm rooting for Finn. I just think there might be a thing there where we might see Finn against maybe Rollins or someone at WrestleMania. But Becky tonight's fighting Ronda. We can talk about Becky because you know Becky well. Do you think?
Yeah,
Becky...
she was just talking about Christmas. It was, we were all lucky enough to catch up with her. I think they were filming something for WWE while she was home. But it was great. And again, just to see her. Flying the flag for Irish wrestling as well. She's amazing.
She's a legend. Yeah. She's a legend. I have a little theory that maybe somehow something will happen in the Becky match tonight. She'll come out to the Rumble.
Yeah,
and Sharon might flip at the same time.
Or she might go into the men's Rumble being the man.
She might do. Yeah. But we're going to call up to the school soon and obviously get some footage hopefully, and we're going to see you at the shows as always as well. You're a gent and we appreciate it very much.
Right.
Thanks guys.
Thanks.
A huge thank you to our media partners, Suit Distributors Cork and Shooters Pool and Gaming in Blackpool. SportsMatters TV, bringing the sports home.